show you one of the most beautiful camping trips in America. You can see 13 waterfalls in one weekend. Let me show you.
This is Mount Shasta, a potentially active volcano that last erupted in 1786. Around it you'll find lots of beautiful waterfalls, and today I'm going to show you some of my favorites. Spring and summer camping is right around the corner. This loop of waterfalls is a fun trip you can enjoy with your friends and family, especially as waterfall season is upon us. This is Burney Falls. What's unique about these falls is not only are they fed by Burney Creek, but they're also fed by underground springs that seep through the porous volcanic rock. The falls and springs flow at 100 million gallons per day, and the face of the waterfall is covered in lush green moss and ferns. There's a small admission fee to enter the park, but there are really nice paved trails right down to the falls, and if you want to camp here, there's a campground right at the park. There's a really beautiful picnic area, a general store, restrooms, really nice place to stop and see a beautiful waterfall. Hedge Creek Falls. This one, understandable. Not as scary. This one, a little bit more scary. So I typically try not to break rules when I film adventures. It's not really a good idea. I don't recommend doing it. If you see a sign that says private property, no trespassing, be respectful, don't break the law. I can hear it and I bet it's beautiful, but I'm not gonna disobey the law. So we're gonna move on to the next waterfall. Hedge Creek Falls. Another really easy to access waterfall. There's a parking area right across the street from the trail entrance, and though not paved, just some switchbacks. So easy! You don't even have to go down a steep mountain. There is an easy to follow path right down to the falls. While this may not be the most magnificent waterfall, it is interesting because you can get incredibly close to it. You can actually walk right behind it through a cave of sorts. And these falls are unique because the walls are made from columnar basalt, which is formed when lava cools, causing formation of vertical hexagonal-shaped columns of rock. There's also a short walking trail that goes down to the river below, and an observation deck at the end. This is usually a path, but it's still covered in snow. I've never been so excited to see some dirt.
Behind me is Lower McCloud Falls. There's also Middle McCloud and Upper McCloud. Middle is my favorite. This is quite beautiful as well. I'm not sure I can access the Middle and Upper Falls right now because of all the snow, but maybe by the time you get here, all the snow will be melted and you'll be able to easily get there. Once the season starts, there are campground options here right near the falls, and all three waterfalls at McCloud have their own parking lots. Woo! I just lost my shoe.
Many of the trails are paved, they're just not visible under all of this snow.
I lost my shoe.
You can start at the lowest fall and hike up the river trail to the middle and upper falls.
Sure would be nice to take a seat and look at the waterfalls. Too bad this bench is covered in 4 feet of snow.
Onwards and upwards. Fairy Falls. This one is not quite as easily accessible. There is a dirt parking area and a long dirt trail to follow up to the falls. It's about 1.5 miles round trip. Along the trail there, you'll see remains of an old wellness retreat built here in the late 1800s before reaching the falls. And the water drops 50 feet here down a canyon wall into a shallow pool of water, surrounded by rocks covered in lush green moss. This waterfall does seem to have less foot traffic, so if you're looking for a more private spot, this could be a great option. This next waterfall is one of my favorites because it's always dark and mysterious.
Just driving down this 9-mile road, I had to stop and show you this beautiful view. You can see the water from up above. Look out there. You see down there, it's like emerald green. Also, check out my Amazon Prime van. One great thing about this thing is that it gets double the mileage of my truck. If I'm lucky, I get 11 miles per gallon in the truck. With this thing, I get about 22 miles per gallon. Yeah, definite plus there. Huge bonus.
It's shadowed away from the sun and located at the bottom of a steep gorge.
I made it to the best waterfall of them all. Just kidding, let's keep going.
You follow a long forest road with many switchbacks down to the falls. The first 3 miles are paved, the rest is gravel. There are 2 trails here. One is very steep and leads to an overlook of the falls.
Hope you're not afraid of heights. Look at all that water! Oh, we needed the water, but that is so much water. We're going right there. Ready? Let's go!
Don't be mistaken, there is another trail closer to the trailhead that is much less steep and easy to follow down to the waterfall. Just be aware of rampant poison oak.
Look how green it is. I love the green. So lush.
Potem Falls. Potem Creek drops 70 feet and eventually flows into the Pit River system. This can be a beautiful swimming spot during the summer months. There's a rope swing into the water and several access points, but right now the water is rough and angry. When you look up the definition of Potem, it means after, at a later time. I take this to mean something existential because something about this place just feels like there's more.
Time to go back to the van.
Always remember to pack it in and pack it out. Respect all areas as if they were your own. Please be cognizant of your footprint. On the way out, I passed a place called Afterthought Mine. First discovered in 1862, it mainly produced copper, but also gold, silver, and lead as secondaries. It operated heavily from 1905 to 1952.
Tonight we're having boxed salmon. Yeah. Gourmet meal right here. It's been rolling around in my truck camper for a year and I don't want it to go bad, so decided what better way and time to cook it than over a campfire. It's already pre-cooked. You can just eat it right out of the pouch or you can heat it up. I'm gonna try heating it on a skillet. This is the wild pink salmon with black pepper, lightly smoked in seasoned fillet portions.
So we're gonna fry these up. It actually smells good. I could go try to catch a fish in that lake behind me, but we all know how Hannah's fishing skills always come to par. Usually I don't catch anything, and I go hungry, which is why I just started buying fish in a bag, because when all else fails, you can just eat packaged, pre-packaged salmon. Fresh caught salmon right out of the Alaskan River. Having some quinoa bowl. This is how I'm boiling water tonight. On the cast iron skillet, it's gonna have extra flavor. I'm gonna take my boiling water. And let it cook. I was gonna add salt and pepper to my salmon, but now that I think about it, there's probably a decent amount of sodium in here as a preservative. 17% of your daily value, only a half a pouch, so 800 milligrams of sodium and one fillet of salmon. That's a lot of salt. That's why it tastes so good. Okay, so final result. We have smoked salmon, which is, well, could be 1 year, it could be 3 years. Not sure. All I know is it's good until 2025, so very fresh. Also, quinoa bowl. It's like a Greek style. It looks pretty good, honestly. It came out of a pouch, so let's do the taste test. It's a little dry, but pretty good actually. The flavor's really delicious, and I'm gonna add the quinoa to it. One more bite. So compared to the MRE that I had on my motorcycle adventure, this is way better. I'll have this any other day over that spaghetti cold MRE. I'll try again. Maybe it'll be better. This is delicious. 8+. I'm loving the van so far. One of my favorite things about it are these beautiful wide open doors. You can just back up to a spot, swing them open, and enjoy the view. 5 stars. Especially on this nice comfy bed. Room for 2 with the view. Whee! I forgot to mention, behind me is the 2023 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van that I've been secretly testing out since December of 2022. I just wanted to log some miles in it before giving my opinion, but today is a beautiful spring day, so I'm gonna head down to the lake, enjoy some of the sunshine, come back up and do some decorating, and then we'll touch more on that later. Let's go. What a beautiful view. I've never skied this mountain before, but I might have to add it to the list. It looks quite delicious. There's no ski lift to the top of this mountain though, so it would be quite the hike. Look at that mountain. I just start right there and go all the way down. Look how still the lake is. You see the reflection on the water. So clear. Well, do you like what I did with the place? I'm calling it the Magic Van because I'm gonna use it to take you on some magical adventures. I decided there's too many boring, expensive $200,000 van builds out there. Who even has $200,000 to spend on a van build? Thought I'd throw it back to old school van life where you just throw a mattress in the van, hang some tapestries, grab some black lights, and head out there and live your adventure. And also save a boatload of money. I am actually going to be building the van out, but I'm not having somebody do it for me. I'm going to try to do as much of it myself and as affordable as possible. Second note is my
waterfall video was getting really long. I didn't get to all the waterfalls, so if you want to see the full list of them with additional hiking information and camping information, make sure you subscribe to my email list at lostwithhannah.com, and I'll be sure to send that to you. Do you like the glow in the dark? I'm thinking it might need to be a permanent part of my final build. I haven't decided quite how I'm going to incorporate it, but I think it's really fun. But now it's time to head to bed, get some rest, and prepare to take you on another adventure tomorrow. So, signing off. Good night.